Hi guys, in our last video I showed you how to set up ZE Portal for the first time. Now I'm going to show you how to create portal and item templates. So you can click on here to go to your portal templates library, or you can find it up in your top menu, or by clicking on these three dots if you don't see it in your top menu. So what I suggest you do is add this to your bookmarks, and let's just pop that there. And then you can always get back to it nice and easily by just clicking on that bookmark. Let me explain overall how the templates work in ZE Portal. So you have a portal template, which is a collection of items. So your portal template will house information such as the introduction message to the client, who the client is, etc., etc. And then underneath that, you will have one or more items connected to that portal. So for our templates, we need a portal template, and then we need portal item templates. And then when we create a portal, we'll create a portal record, and we will create portal item records, which are linked to that portal. So let's start by creating an item template. Something to understand about the way ZE Portal works is each portal needs to run on a module. So it's either going to run on the deals module, the contacts module, the leads module, or the vendors module. Now, when you create a portal, you will create it on one of those modules. So when you're creating templates, both for the portals themselves and for the portal items, you need to set which type of record you want to use this item with. This is to ensure that we don't use incorrect merge tags. If you create a portal on a lead, you can't look up the contact first name, for example, or you can't look up the deal name. So if you want to access data from the deal, then what you want to do is you want to have your portal type be deals. Then, if it's a deals portal, you get this additional option asking which person on the deal will you be communicating with. So are we going to link it to the deal contact, the deal lead, or the deal vendor? Now, you can link this to any lookup field that looks up to the contacts module, or the leads module, or the vendors module on your deal record. So if you have a deal record with multiple lookup fields, when you're creating the portal, you'll have the opportunity to pick which of the contact lookup fields you want to pull in your contact from. So it's very flexible. You could potentially have 3 different templates that run on your deals, and you could have one template that's aimed at the contact lookup field on your deal, one that's aimed at the vendor record on your deal, and perhaps a third one aimed at a different type of contact on your deal. So perhaps you're dealing with a husband and wife or business partners, and each of them has a lookup field on the deal. Well, you can create a portal for each of the people by saying deals contacts, and then that portal will be available to any of the contact lookup fields in your deal. You can also specify just contacts, just leads, or just vendors if you want to create the portal just based on the sole contact record. But most people use deals and then will select either contacts or vendors, which will be the lookup field on their deal. Next, we need to set an internal item template name. So what is this item? Well, first we need to determine which portal are we going to run this on. For this example, our main portal is going to be new client onboarding. So this item will be the client onboarding form. And now in our item display name, we're going to say client onboarding form. But perhaps we want to put the client's name in here, because this is what they're going to see. So here we'll put full names, client onboarding form. Okay. And then we will select that this is a pre-filled Zoho form. Now you'll see I already have a whole bunch of forms that I'm already pulling in. I will have a separate video about how to create and link these forms. But for now, we'll just choose client contact update form and click add. So now if we wanted to, we could create a similar item template by pre-populating all that information and just changing a few things on here. But in our case, we don't need to do that. So there's our item. Okay, we can do a quick hover over here so we can see that it's linked to that form ID. We can clone this template, we can edit this template, or we can delete this template. When we delete the template, we're not actually deleting it, we're just archiving it. And you can always go into the back end record under portal item templates, and then you can change is deleted to no, because if you click that bin icon, then this will change to yes, and it'll no longer display as an option to your team. But it's handy to know how to undelete it. All right, so now let's create our overarching portal template. So we are going to stick to deals and contacts, and this template name will be called new client onboarding. Okay, and we will give this portal a name to our client, which will be their full name, and we'll say client onboarding portal. And now we can choose, do we want to just create this in the default ZE portal Zoho work drive folder, or do we want to create this in a specific folder? So for example, if we look on here, I have a work drive folder ID that gets preset for me by a extension that I have installed. So this deal is already going to have its own folder. So by selecting that here, I'm telling Zoho to put the portal folder inside my existing deal folder. Now I can choose, do I want to create a shared folder that I can put files in that the client can access? So I'm going to select, actually I'm going to select no on this. I'll show you why later. So now we select the portal chase email template. Now we start with these 3 generic portal chases, and you'll note here that they're each specific to a contact type, or a person type, shall we say. So in this case, because our portal is to a contact, we're going to choose the generic portal chase contact. And that's just because on each of the templates, we pull in the value of the contact first name and contact last name or whatever. So now we choose one of our email addresses that we want to send our emails from. So here we have the option to choose the portal record owner, or what I like to do is use a generic organization email address that's set up separately in Zoho CRM. So I'm going to do that. All right, so now here we will create the display section that will show to our client. So I'm going to paste in what I have on my other system, and let's try and make this look a bit nicer. Okay, to access the merge tags, we can just click hash, and then all of the available merge tags will appear here. And you can start typing, and then you can get a shortened list that includes whatever you've typed. So, you know, I can pull in the contact mailing street, or from the deal, I can pull in the deal name. You know, so there's so much you can do here. You can pull in all the fields that are available to you. But remember, those fields are contingent on whichever portal type and deal person type you choose. So in this case, let's just change this to Acme Accounting. And you'll see that I'm pulling in the deal owner name as the from person here. Now we need to decide, do we want to show our Zoho Books invoices? So by default, it's set to no, but I'm going to select yes. I want to show all the invoices linked to the account of the linked deal. So here it's, do we want to show the sign requests? So the sign requests are specific to the email address of the person receiving our chase emails. So we can either say yes or no. I'm going to say yes. Show any Zoho sign requests that are linked to this person's email. Now we choose how many hours apart we want to chase the portal. So I'm going to chase it every 144 hours, which is every 6 days. So, you know, you might need it to be quicker than that or less than that, but you can choose that here by just choosing the number of hours. All right, so now we need to link our portal items. Now here's our item that we created earlier, but I feel like we need more than one item that we're going to ask this person for. So I'm going to click new, and then this is going to take us to another page where I can create another item. So for this, we're going to select deal again and contacts again. And here we'll call this deal contact proof of address. And here we'll put full name again, proof of address. This time we're going to say it's a document that we want. There we go. Okay, so the document should be dated within the last 3 months and clearly state full names. Full name. There we go. Okay, so let's click add and let's create a similar item template, and we'll call this proof of ID, and then let's paste in here. So when you're pasting in images and other sorts of things, you can also choose to paste in HTML code. So I just clicked on the code view, pasted in my HTML, and now click code view again, and I can see what I've pasted in. So I'm going to say here, please upload one of the following documents for, and then here we'll say full name, and then bold, and actually let's bold that as well. Actually, let's make this a header. So let's make this a header 3, and let's center that. Perfect. All right, so let's add that, and now let's close out of this window. And now we can see in the background, our new items have automatically refreshed here. Otherwise, we can always hit refresh here if we want to get the latest. Now, each of these shows a example or kind of pulls in what's going to be on this item. So you can see when you're choosing. And it also shows you when it was last modified. You can sort these, you can search here, you can do whatever you like. But in this case, we're going to select all 3 of these items because we want all 3 of these items to be on our client portal. So now I'm going to click Add Portal Template. Again, we can create a similar one here, which will just open up that last screen with all the values pre-filled, so we can just make a few small changes. Otherwise, we can go back to our templates library, and then we can see our new template that we've created here. If you've got any questions, if you need any help or anything at all, please get in touch. You can visit zeportal.net to book a installation support and demo meeting with me, or you can leave a comment on this video or reach out to me by email. Thank you very much.